I'm not sure how to classify today's deck build because it has everything from sharks to tokens to control to ramp even. I mean, like honestly, what else could you ask for? That's right, today we're playing Chrome Host Seed Shark. Now this is a card that a lot of people have already taken full advantage of. It's a very powerful control type card that, you know, people have built some really great shells around. But today I wanted to do something a little bit different. And the idea here was quite simple actually. So if you guys don't know, Chrome Host Seed Shark creates these incubation tokens based on the amount of mana spent on the non-creature spell that you cast, which is really cool. It's, you know, everyone's calling it the new Shark Typhoon essentially. So we got a lot of obviously non-creature type spells except for Glissa, because Glissa also incubates and can also animate every incubation token you have in one fell swoop. So we do have 2 of these on the top end to try to win the game immediately. Everything outside of that is non-creature spells. But what we're trying to do here today is play non-creature spells that ramp us, like the Survey and Joint Exploration. Why would we do that? Because I want to pay a lot of mana into cards with X value. Things like Silver Scrutiny, March of the Wretched Sorrow, Syncopate. These are things that we can pump X amount of mana into. So if we ramp, have a ton of mana, we dump a ton of it into it. That incubation token now becomes massive. Becomes a 7/7, an 8/8, whatever. We attack with that, we win the game. It's that simple. That was the idea around how we built this deck today. Not only that, Vraska on the top end can proliferate, which brings these tokens even higher up on the 1/1 counter scale. So it's a really fun way to kind of control the build, you know, create these tokens, you know, have fun with everything. We got control, we got ramp, everything is built into this deck, which is really sweet. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. We had some fun in Mythic with it. And if you guys are new here, we do post videos 5 days a week. So if you enjoy content just like this, if you wouldn't mind giving the video a like, subscribe, that stuff helps out so much and I would greatly appreciate it. With that being said though, enjoy the video. We'll see you back here at the end, guys. Peace out. All right, today we're playing some Chrome Shark, doing a little bit of shark control today. We've got a pretty interesting build where it's like control meets ramp. We're trying to pump a lot of mana into these X mana type spells like March of the Wretched Sorrow to get big incubation tokens. And we're going to need to do some ramping to do so. So a lot of pretty interesting spells in this deck that you might not see other places in this build, which is pretty fun. I love that about this build, is that it's pretty interesting and unique. And we got a pretty good opening hand here. Mono black. Mono black. Do we have a Tenacious? No, we have a Bank Buster. Even better. Even better, because we got a target right away with the Terra Sunder, which could be really relevant because I've seen people who drop that Bank Buster on 2 hoping that it'll find their 3rd land drop. We'll see if that was the case. Happens more than you think. Yeah, there's the 3rd land drop though. They have it. And we got ourselves a Graveyard Trespasser, which makes things a little difficult because I want to land here off the top, but if I get a land like that, they are going to be able to basically flip this over because I have no good spells here. So here comes a flipped over Trespasser, which isn't the worst thing. I don't have a graveyard, so I guess I'm overthinking that one a little bit. Taking an extra point of damage is never fun, but scoot over and frame a little bit better here. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day though. Thanks so much for clicking on today's video. I really do appreciate it very much. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun today with this one. I've had some ups and downs for sure with this thing, but I've been fine-tuning as we go, and I'm telling you guys, we've been having a lot of ups here these last couple of games, so let's see what we can pull off. The Chrome Shark mixed with Vraska is just absolutely killer. It's killer, being able to proliferate everything. And then we can surprise them with like a Glissa and animate every single incubation token. It's quite the combination, to be honest. No plays from the opponent there. Very interesting. I am going to go with the Survey because I would like to try to get like an Invoke Despair off to kill the Glutton. And I need more black sources. I only have 2 currently. So hopefully this will take us all the way there. It sure does. All right, we got that Invoke ready to go next turn. Doesn't quite answer my problem not having a Chrome Shark, but are we going back-to-back Invokes here? Invoke with my face, Invoke to yours. I guess that works better for them though, because they got a full 6 damage, 3 cards. I'm gonna have to kill the Glutton and draw 2, which, I mean, sucks, but I have ways to gain life later, so We're hoping too that the opponent doesn't play another invoke. I kind of have to play around that, don't I? Yeah, I kind of have to play around the fact that they may have another Invoke Despair here. So I'm going to play the March of the Wretched Sorrow, because if I kill this thing with my own Invoke Despair and draw cards here, that's great. But if they play a second Invoke Despair, I just lose the game. Okay, so we're going to... 2, and then I have a 3. Okay. Is that what we're going to do? Kill this. Right, and then we'll hit the underdog for 3. I like it. It's not the greatest hits, but you know, I like it. It's good enough. Keeps us out of range of Corrupt and Invoke Despair from killing us, so it'll have to do. Bank Buster. All right. I think the Gliss is the plan here. Vraska seems, I mean, all of these cards seem really fun and they all have their own reasons to be cast right now, but I think Glissa again answers the Invoke Despair problem because it gives me some threats to, you know, sacrifice, but without taking, because right now my life total is what my main concern is right now, and I don't want to get bled out by an Invoke or something like that. So let's put a Glissa out there. They may have to invest some mana into the board to kill it too, which is great. This isn't the best feeling, I won't lie. They could also crew up that Bank Buster, which could be really problematic for us if they find a body to throw down to crew up. Yep, they do. They find a Dross here, but I have the 3/5 body. No kill spells. Okay, good. Okay, I can live with that. All right, I have to go Vraska here. As much as I don't really want to, I have to go Vraska here because I can untap the Shakedown Heavy and force it not to attack into me and let them have a card to save me a bit of life. But the Dross I have no answer for, so we're gonna have to just go ahead and take that out of the way. They're crewing the Bank Buster. Sure. Dross is gone. Let's go ahead and transform these tokens, or we're gonna force that to, yeah, let's transform the tokens, because then maybe we don't have to let them draw a card. We'll see. No attacks, because now we have a good double block against the heavy. We'll see what happens here. I'd prefer them not to draw cards, you know what I mean? Cut down. Forcing me into a tough spot here to make a block I don't want to make, but I might have to do it. Shieldred. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to block now. Darn it. Well, I guess I'm not forced to block, but wow, this is a big yikes moment, huh? This is a big yikes moment. The crew ability on that thing just made things way harder. Okay. They pumped that to a 6. Okay, so they are drawing a card. That's a bummer. We'll have to just deal. Take action. Looks like they, oh, I was gonna say, looks like they might have a priority to play something, which would have led me to believe it's a cut down, but doesn't look like it. That would have been bad if it was. All right. It is a kill spell for 2. Go for the throat. No. Okay. Draw the card. Shieldred hits. We're upset. We're sad. We hit him with one of these. That does clear out the entire board here. It eats up the Shakedown Heavy, the Tashiro. Not quite the Bank Buster though. We will get a card. There's no way the opponent just scooped there, dude. What are they doing? Why are we scooping there? They must have a land in their hand, but they are not dead yet. That bums me out so much. That really bums me out so much because we were in the middle of a really, really big nail biting type game, and I really feel like that was still up in the air. I know I have a Planeswalker down. I know I have basically removal or whatever, but this can be crewed up next turn, giving me fits. It just doesn't make any sense, man. I would have loved to have seen the card I would have drawn if it was like a Terra Sunder. We would have been in a really good spot, but who knows? That was early, man. Feels bad. Man, I can't for the life of me think of why they did that. I really can't. Unless they assumed they were really dead there. I mean, again, it had to have been a land in their hand. That much I get, but it doesn't make sense to me. All right, I go first. This hand is actually remarkable, so I will keep it. Joint Exploration, Survey. That's a lot of ramp into one huge march. Didn't get a Chrome Shark down that last game, did we? I don't think we've seen it. Why can't I remember? I know we had Vraska down. Yeah, no, we had Glissa, huh? Yeah. All right. Grixis mid-range. Got us a Blood Tithe Harvester here or what? Been seeing that deck a lot today. Yeah, Blood Tithe Harvester. All right. That's fine. We could kill it right away, but I don't think I want to. I think I'd rather ramp here. And maybe we can kill it with Invoke Despair to be better, but we'll see. I feel like going first, it opens the door for us to be much greedier than that last game, that's for sure. We were so far behind early on that we were just really having to play around everything that they were doing. This time we can use the Invoke Despair, I would imagine, to be a little bit more aggressive. Okay, that's a bummer. A second creature here just is a little bit of a bummer, I'm not gonna lie. Because it does make for a worse Invoke Despair. Ooh, another one though. Get that tap land in. And we'll hit it. Let's go. Let's see what they do. Let's see which one they sacrifice. Obviously, I would think the Blood Tithe Harvester is going to go. Get 2 cards here. Silver Scrutiny's nice. Terra Sunder also very nice. I don't know if Terra Sunder's going to have a great target here for as far as enchantments and artifacts go, but we've already got so much mana here that I don't think that's a concern that we should be having. Never know. Urbrask's Forge has been making the rounds too. That card is really good. Could be a really good target for Terra Sunder. And they flip. And we just drop another one on them. Why not? If you got it, throw it down. You know what I mean? Invoke Despair has got to be the most broken card in all of Standard, right? So, play it out. Drawn to a Vraska. Very solid. I'd like to show you guys what the Chrome Shark's like with this build, but gotta find one first. They drop a cut down. Invoke? Yeah, it's just gonna be an invoke off right now, huh? I need a target though for this March. That way we can feel a little bit better about our life total right now, because I'm not feeling super hot about that. I actually want to just go get a lot more mana here, which seems like a big nothing burger, but you know what? This is fine. Yeah, I think the Vraska presents obviously more threats and options here. All right, we do get a Chrome Shark finally. Let's go. So if anything, I can play a Chrome Shark and at least target it with the Wretched Sorrow to gain life if I need to, but down to 7. We finally find our closer. I do want to find like a counter spell. It'd be nice if we could find one of our Silver Scrutinies. See, that's why I wanted to find our Syncopate so we can counter this, but instead we're gonna have to eat it, and there goes Vraska. They discard a card. Chrome Shark out. And pass the turn. We could Silver Scrutiny for 3 if we wanted to, if they have no plays. But I highly doubt they're going to have no plays, you know what I mean? Another game coming down to the wire, though, man. Those double Invoke Despairs on both ends of the court were just brutal. Theirs did a little bit more damage, which is unfortunate. Because they were playing bodies and we weren't, you know? Blood Tithe Harvester gives me a target. Love that. What do I get the most here? 3, 4, 5 mana open. 5 mana open, huh? Okay. So I can hit this for 4, or I can draw 3. Submit 0. Incubate X. Discard you. As much as I want to hang on to that, we've already got so much mana. I don't think we need it anymore at this point. We go to 7 and we take 2. Boom. Okay. And we've got a really big March again, and we're gonna attack with some tokens. They might block, and if they do, I would be a little bit sad because again, I want to gain that life. So I feel like I kind of have to pull the trigger on this now, especially when they're only at 1 mana here. So let's do that. Let's hit this for 6. Hit this for 6, get another big Chrome Shark token, and see how the X powered cards, what I mean by getting bigger and bigger tokens. That's such a big deal, honestly. Like once the Shark's down and we can start pumping just everything into these X powered spells, it's just really hard for the opponent to keep up. All that life gain. Now we're gonna draw just every card we want here with the Silver Scrutiny next turn, or we could just animate our 7/7 and run through them potentially. Unless they get a wide enough board, or they have, good removal here. We'll see. That's enough to kill that. They don't get an extra card, though. That could mean a lot. We'll see. Go for the throat. Do they have another answer for the 7/7 body we're about to get? Wow, they kind of do. They're tapped out. That's game. That will do it, ladies and gentlemen. That'll do it. What a game, man. Grixis mid-range build. One of the better decks in standard, and we were able to pull it off. Let's go, man. Love it. GG. Well, I'd like to showcase at some point in this video how everything looks going off together with like Vraska, Shark, and Glissa. It's very unlikely it's going to happen, obviously, to have all 3 going at once. But I did do it one time earlier when playtesting, and so I really would like to showcase that if possible today. It's going to be hard, though. It will be hard. The opponent immediately off a Swift Spear turn 1. This is probably going to be a loss. I'm going to be completely honest with you, going second here with the hand that we have currently. It's not looking so good. Everything's just a little too expensive. I don't have any go for the throats. I don't have, ramp into the March here. The March is going to have to play off of going second with no ramp. Probably not going to be very good. All right, we got to turn to Terra Sunder potentially. Hopefully they play the 3-drop like Warfare enchantment. That'd be really good. That would be something I'd be happy about. Nope, it's another Lightning Strike. Swift Spear grows again. Yikes. Big yikes. By the way, if you guys are hearing that alert, I'm not sure if you are or not, but if you're hearing that alert, those are just, when somebody subs. So huge shout out to you guys for your subs, man. I appreciate that very, very much. I don't take those for granted at all. That does always brighten my day to hear that noise. All right. I feel like I don't really have much of a choice here. Got to hit this now before this hit gets any sort of prowess going. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could do this for 6. I could do it for 8 if I really wanted to. But I think 6 is good. No. I need the Vraska, because Vraska's removal, right? So I think removal is going to be pretty important here. I mean, so is the Invoke, but I like Vraska here because it draws me cards, which we're exiling a few cards, so drawing cards would be helpful. All right, taking 2 from that is not ideal. Another 2 from Play with Fire. I mean, they're running out of juice, though. They are running out of juice, and I do have the perfect answer for this because it wants to be hit with some sort of damage, but we're not going to be damaging it. We're just going to exile it nice and clean. That's not fun. I would imagine that last card in their hand, it can't really be a dragon, can it? No, of course it can. Why wouldn't it be a dragon, silly? All right. Okay, another invoke is good, but man, I could really use some other stuff. All right, Silver Scrutiny's gonna have to get the job done, hitting me for 2. Hopefully they go for the Tarkir. I mean, that would be pretty funny, but I highly doubt it. Trample prowess. Okay, no attacks this turn, huh? That's pretty bold. That's pretty bold to let me off the hook for a turn. They might pay for that. We'll see. They do get a treasure for that because of Vraska's ability, so that does pump the next dragon up 1 more mana. Able to get in for 3 here. Yikes, man. Again, I hope they attack the Tarkir. That'd be amazing, but I highly doubt it. Oh wow, they go for Vraska. Another mistake in my opinion. It opens the door for my invoke here. A March is clutch. Oh my god, that's so clutch. Okay. I'm getting a little nervous now. Submit 2. They only have 3 mana, so the Syncopate actually might hit for 1 here. We'll see. Not likely anymore. That's fine. That's only 2 damage. And we have the March. And they still go for the Vraska. All right, we might actually pull this off. I cannot believe this right now. Okay. March, though, doesn't have a target, which kind of scares me. All right. This is just a reckless play on my part to play this card, but I'm going to do it anyways. And hope that Syncopate can get a hit here. That's fine. Let it go. We let that go. Land. Spell Spear, huh? That's a target for my March, so I'm going to let that resolve. It doesn't have haste. And we're going to maximize this March of the Wretched Sorrow. And we are back in this game, ladies and gentlemen. We have a 11, so 10 life gain right here. Here we go. 10 life gain. Let's get it. Auto pay. Bada bing, bada boom. You just lost. I hope they lost. We'll see. We're not drawing very well right now, so could use a Chrome Shark. Could use some actual threats to win the game here. That'll help. Take it. I'll take it. Come on. At least we get a Vraska back, right? So that'll work. I don't need to worry about my life total just a second, so let's go ahead and throw this down. I was thinking leave some mana open for Syncopate, but again, I don't think my life total is much of a concern anymore at this point, so let's draw some cards. By the way, we're pumping up the counters on the defense of both of these Tarkirs, so making it harder for the opponent to actually flip them when we proliferate, so that's really nice. All right, 4, and then let's just counter one of them so we can keep our Vraska alive. They're still going to get 1 off the back end here, but at least Vraska survives. Fair enough. Now it's just a matter of time. Oh, and we draw the absolute nuts. Okay, that'll do it. That'll do it. With 14 mana on the board, we're gaining another 13 life. That will definitely do it. That's not the card you want to be hitting with this, though. They get to go 13 cards deep, but they only get 1 card, right? Yeah, they only get to choose 1 card. They should have stuck around a little longer to see my answer, because they were going to get something, and pretty much any card of their choice there out of their entire deck. But I don't think you can recover from that, so fair enough. All right, so I'm not quite sure how we pulled out of those trenches, but we did it nonetheless. And that's why we kind of put the Marches in the build, just because I knew we were going to have a little bit of time that we needed to spend on setup in this build. And I knew recovering our life total would be very important later in the games. Opening hand here is so sketchy, bro, but I have... I'm gonna have to mulligan that, right? I can't hang... Yeah. Okay. This is better. Let's keep it. I'm gonna drop the Invoke, because the Invoke is just a harder spell to cast over Vraska. They're both 5 mana, but Vraska doesn't have so much loyalty to black that we need. And we may miss out on some black sources, and I might regret not keeping Vraska, so. And we get rewarded with another invoke, but I would rather be rewarded with a land. We'll see. All right, Naya colors, and they are ramping currently. 5 colors or just Naya? So far, just Naya. Syncopate for 1 here could hit something. We'll see. That's a cycle ability. Can't counter that. And they get their land. They're really thinking about this. It's blue. Okay, so they are 5 colors. I figured that might be the case. All right, we're gonna hope for that land off the top. We don't get it. Super unfortunate. Gonna be resorting to playing this on main phase 1 to find our land, and we do hit 2 off the top here. That's pretty clutch. Okay. Now next turn I can get the survey off here, but how long do we have before we run out of time? You know what I mean? Because once all their colors are established, which I think they're just missing black here, we're gonna be in a bit of trouble. What are the odds this gets countered? I think it's pretty low, but you never know. 5 colors runs all sorts of stuff, so you know, syncopate's included. All right, we're getting there, man. We're getting there. 1, 2, 3 black sources, only 1 away from the invoke play. Terra Sunder is interesting. I'm gonna play out the Seed Shark here, and we're gonna see if we can't keep it alive for a turn with our Syncopate, and if it can just go 1 turn cycle here. We've got some good spells like Terra Sunder on the Seeker here. 1, 2. Oh, I cannot, unfortunately. But you know what? I do have Terra Sunder, so, and I do want to be able to get the Seed Shark's, you know, incubation token. So I'm gonna cast this now before it even gets to the shark, because I was thinking, oh, I'll probably do like some sort of combat trick here. There's actually no need, because we'd rather get the incubation token. So it's good to know that the removals like Leyline Binding and stuff like that, we have great hits for that. Yeah, another one. Fair enough. Fair enough. And we get a cut down. Not quite what I was looking for. What do we do here, guys? Feel like it's the Terra Sunder play. Feel like it's a Terra Sunder and then a cut down. I don't know. I do know it's definitely Terra Sunder though, right? But what if we play Terra Sunder and then they play their, you know, Combi War later down the road? Am I gonna regret wasting my Terra Sunders? I'm not sure. I don't think so. If it means to keep the Chrome Shark on field, I don't think so. Especially when we have Syncopate for things like that. We'll see. Another Leyline Binding. How annoying. This one... This one we'll let go. We'll do this. We'll cut down this to get another incubation token, and we'll let this one go because we can get it with the Invoke Despair, right? So we let this go. Activate this. Another land. It's a bounceable effect though. I might hang on to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm gonna hang on to that land. Might be important. To be able to bounce a permanent could be really relevant. All right, now you guys are gonna get to see how the proliferation works here with the, you know, the incubation tokens, which is a lot of fun. Still looking for 1 more black source here to get that Invoke Despair off to blow up the Leyline Binding. Yeah, the opponent has no answers for what we've got brewing here. I'm assuming they have no way to get rid of that Vraska, which is why they just quit like that. Man, Vraska's been causing some concedes today. It must be a card that not a lot of people have answers for, but I feel like they had a really good brew going here. I mean, they've got all their colors except for black, so kind of strange to see it quit that early, but been seeing a lot of early concedes. Who knows why? Man, can't get people to stop conceding early with this thing. I don't know why, but it's just in the air tonight, I guess. I don't know. All right, this opponent is a little bit higher ranked than us. I'm not sure about the other ones, but typically when we get a higher ranked opponent, they're pretty tough. This hand, man, what do we do with this hand? We need blue. We need blue bad. I don't think we can keep it. This one is better. This one is better. Joint exploration gets us there if we need to, but I'd obviously rather, you know, kick it if possible. Nice. Nice. And we're up against Grixis mid-range potentially here. So we might be seeing that, you know, turn to Blood Tithe, but no, it's a land that comes in tap. So we're good on that, buying us a little bit of time here. This is actually really nice because if I can ramp and then find a Silver Scrutiny, we're in a really good spot here. There's that Harvester. We don't really care. We have Invoked Despairs we got to worry about, you know, countering. Let's go Joint Exploration though. We get our land for sure with the island here. And then, oh, they Spell Pierce it. Okay. Fair enough. I will be going with the Survey still though. Doing some ramping. We want some black and doesn't really matter after that, right? Probably need some green, right? Let's get some green. Okay, we got a good situation happening here now. We got Vraska coming in potentially next turn, but if the opponent does find a 4th land drop here, we got to be wary of that Invoke Despair potential. Not to mention, we will be giving them treasures potentially here if we go with Vraska and the minus. That's actually, this isn't the most ideal spot to be in. I don't love this. I don't love this at all. I think our best bet though is Vraska. And I think the minus has to come on the 2/2 here. Alright, so they've got 4 mana. If they find that 5th land drop, we're in a lot of trouble. We're gonna find out though. They didn't find the 4th land drop, so they do get to cycle some cards though, which will definitely help them. Not gonna lie, I didn't really take that part into consideration. I had everything up until that point into consideration, so they're gonna find that 5th land drop, you would imagine. Yep. Here comes the Invoke now. We gave him an early Invoke off the treasure. Dang it. We were trying to get that syncopated away, but I didn't have a very good turn there no matter which way you sliced it. It was just a very awkward curve. Okay, a 2-for-1 is... I'll take that all day. If they have to, you know, do a burn spell and attack into it, that's money for us right there. Still not great though. Fable's gonna flip, which, you know, then starts copying Harvester stuff, so can't really be too excited about that. But another Fable. We used to run Gix Command in this build, but now we don't, and I kind of wish in this position we had it, obviously. Okay, how do we want to do this turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's the way to go, right? I think so. We just got to rejuice. We can take a pretty big hit here, so rejuicing the hand here seems like a pretty solid time to do so. Glissa is cool. Glissa doesn't matter though if this reflection keeps copying the Harvester. I gotta kill the Harvester. Ugh. Things are just not lining up this game. Not lining up at all. I need to get a Terra Sunder or go for the throat. And the opponent finds a Shieldred to top things off here, just to put the icing on the cake. And a Syncope. Gosh darn it, man. Just not our game. Not our game on this one. I know I'm going to be taking damage from the Shieldred. It is what it is. That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid, but they still have enough for lethal here potentially. I think 8 damage, right? And then they copy this. That's 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's gonna do it for me. If they see it, there's lethal on board. So let's find out. Hopefully they just get overzealous here and they just, you know, swing it all here and miss it by 1. Very unlikely though. They have 2 ways to lethal here. They can just activate the Tenacious Underdog, and they can Reflection the Kiki Jiki, which is pretty good. They definitely see it, so that'll do it. Close one, man. All these Terra Sunders came a little too late though. Terra Sunder would have been a fantastic answer earlier on this game. So GG's to the opponent on that one. It is what it is. That'll conclude today's video, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed today's build. Chrome Host Seed Shark, an absolute monstrosity of a card. I will say this at the end of the video. I want to break down and kind of give you my final thoughts. I don't think this is obviously the best thing you can do with the Chrome Shark. Chrome Shark is obviously kind of making some waves, I think, in Jeskai control and Azorius control. The card is really good. The card is, you know, it's top tier in as far as March of the Machine cards that we got. But I wanted to do something different. That's kind of what I try to do, as much as I can on the channels, try to be a little bit more unique and different. So I wanted to do a similar build, but my own way. And I think that the idea of, X mana cards was pretty cool. And I think that it added a bit of nuance to the deck that I really enjoyed playing, which is why I added those ramp spells into this build, which was pretty sweet. So I hope you enjoyed that. It was pretty fun. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did. But we'll be back again tomorrow for another video, of course. Tomorrow rank and tomorrow's video rank had reset, so we'll be back in platinum, grinding our way back to mythic. But there'll also be a live stream tomorrow if you guys want to come stop by. We'll be playing against you guys in the stream, so if you guys want to join those games, make sure you're there early, and you guys can challenge myself to a game of Magic, which would be a lot of fun. We do it every first Wednesday of the month, so if you guys want to swing on by. If you guys don't already know this, we live stream here on this channel, so hit the notification bell so you don't miss out. But that'll do it for me, and huge special shout out and thank you to the Mardu Mob. If you guys don't already know, the Mardu Mob is the membership program on this channel, so these people help support my channel basically as a sponsorship deal kind of for me. So thank you so much for sponsoring the channel, helping me out, and growing the channel, and making this dream a reality. So thank you guys so much. I got to give my appreciation to you. If you're part of the Mardu Mob, huge shout out to you. But that'll do it for me, guys. See you guys tomorrow for another one. Till next time, peace out.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.